Before all doors open for you, life first becomes very quiet. Welcome to Spirita Vivo. Each of us has good and less good moments in life. Of the less good moments, sometimes there are nights we can barely get through and we feel empty and burnt out. Some days we are overly emotional, exuberant, and happy, and other days we have our emotional world perfectly under control, thinking and acting rationally. But how can I deal with the less beautiful things in my life? How do I know that there is hope?
Everyone feels pain differently, and it often tears our hearts apart when our deepest fears and anxieties arrive. But when we know that sometimes these events and problems have to happen, completely new perspectives and possibilities open up to deal with them and change them for the better. These negative things in our lives exist. That's how the cosmic law of polarity wants it. We will come to that in a moment. It is in our destiny and soul plan that we should always evolve without skipping a step. Not so long ago, I lived in permanent worry. Today, I still worry sometimes, but fortunately, I have found a way to deal with it because I know it is part of my soul plan, and I am allowed to go this way. I see things differently now. What this path can look like is what this podcast is about. Many of us have problems with our self-worth. They think they are worthless and feel permanently weak and useless. They don't want to show weakness to be accepted by society, where only performance and success count. And often, they don't even reveal themselves to their partner or best friend. But things are still the same. At the same time, they often blame themselves, which becomes bigger and more painful, and there is a risk of losing self-esteem. But there is hope. The other side exists, as it were, at the same moment in the universe, in ourselves. The law of polarity teaches us that even in the darkest hours of our lives, there are positive sides inherent in them. These are to be discovered, consciously perceived, and used. We can learn something from every disappointment, from every problem. Every single mistake we have made so far should teach us something, even if we were very often in the dark because we did not deal with it in our minds. And how much we take from it and use this experience is our decision. In every dark time, there is something beautiful, something good, as hard as we can believe. This positive side of it exists. We can deny and reject it, but it exists, related to the universal cosmic principles, and only needs to be discovered by us. We can deepen our conversations with ourselves and thus better grasp the heavy part of our soul. I had decided one day to learn to love the pain because I knew it was possible, and because it was my destiny, the path I was allowed to walk. Experiencing the pain, moreover, showed me that I am strong enough to go through difficult phases in life. That is universal and applies to all human beings. Therefore, never think of giving up. Yes, it hurts sometimes, and it is sometimes more painful to stay in one place instead of just leaving. But that's the only way we can make things right. It is the same with love. We can see love as the most powerful teacher of life because it is more closely related to pain than anything else in the world. There is a reason for this. Two people have to give themselves deeply to it and open up to it to love truly. That's why I'm telling you today, don't give up. The world needs to see the real you. Try to make the best of your life before you waste your chance. It is worth living, whether with or without problems, because even in your darkest time, there is the potential for the better. And I'm telling you this even though I've been convinced of the opposite for far too long. Just before all the doors open, life suddenly becomes very quiet. It becomes quiet because we can finally understand that we have to accept everything as it is. Everything is right in the here and now. As many spiritual scholars say, you may ask yourself, my suffering, my worries with my family, my financial problems, all this is supposed to be right? It can't possibly be. And I answer you, Yes, it is as hard as we are willing to accept it. That is the way. Have no expectations, and there is nothing to cloud your view. That is your mental attitude. Have understanding for yourself, embrace yourself, accept the now, and at the same time have no expectations. Then it will happen for everyone, because then all of a sudden, the miracle happens, the unthinkable just a short time ago. The doors are wide open for you, but it happens when you are ready, in your mental condition that allows it, and not when you think it is right. So we should not despise the problems and pain, but welcome them into our lives. Love your problems, love your pain. These things prepare us for the beautiful events in our lives. They show us something, and we learn how strong we are. Having a little hope can be enough to make big changes in your life. It can make big things happen. That also answers why there are these bad things in our lives. This suffering, this pain. We can only see the good because there is the bad. We can see the sunshine when the clouds have gone. Do you feel depressed? Just think that you have survived everything so far, even though you have had to go through so much, and all this has strengthened you, the many experiences you have had, both good and bad. Isn't this a motivating thought? Think of all the things you still have ahead of you and all the beautiful moments that life still has in store for you. There are still so many places you have yet to visit and experiences you still need to have. There are things you still need to do. And there are many people you still need to meet. It may also be a great love, your soul partner who still wants to be discovered by you. How beautiful these prospects are, aren't they? You realize that life is full of small moments that can bring about big changes if we let them. That's why you should always appreciate the little things in life. Appreciate these little things and practice gratitude every day. Keep a gratitude journal where you write down 5 little things you are grateful for every day. This ritual will have a tremendous positive power on your life. Be excited. Try to go one step further and show the world everything you have in your heart. What is it that is worth showing to you? Observe what happens when you step outside yourself and see how your life changes forever. Everything can change and new doors will open for you. You may feel trapped and hopeless. Keep going anyway and look forward. That is the only thing that can help you, and so be it. You must not confuse your pain and problems with failure, because it isn't. Failure is just another word for experiencing on another level what is happening in the dark moment. Put your focus on your strength. Your soul is constantly pushing to evolve, to experience, and is in the process of becoming aware of it. That is the reason why you have chosen this body. Nothing can stand in the way. You learn to deal with the pain and use it for good and progress. Always remember that you deserve everything good that comes your way in life. God, the universe, the higher self, or call it what you will, is always by your side. If today's podcast inspired you, feel free to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new episode. We would appreciate it very much. Thank you, and see you soon on our channel.